Well, good evening, ladies. Welcome to the YL OpNet. This is Catherine, a C4YL net control for this evening's net. We meet every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Echolink ALARA Conference node. Be sure to invite all YLs you know to join us. We ask that only YLs or licensed female amateur radio operators check in and participate. The purpose of this net is to encourage you to become and stay active with amateur radio, help each other improve our operating knowledge and skills, and have fun. During the net, be sure to join us in the NFARL Do Drop In chat room by opening any web browser and going to nfarl.dodropin.org. Just put your your name -- call sign in the box and then click log in. YLs who would like to check in, give us your call sign, name, and current location. And don't forget that there is a 3 to 4 second delay when transmitting through Echolink. This is Catherine, AC4YL. We will now begin taking check-ins. Please call now.
KC8PKY, Linda, Knox, Indiana.
KC9YL, Annan, Wisconsin.
KA7SKY, Sky and Gardner, Washington. KW1YL, Brenda, New Haven, Connecticut.
BE3BHG, April, in Welland, Ontario, Canada.
KK4USM, Tammy in Alpharetta.
W5MQC, Michelle, Oklahoma.
Okay, very good. Let's go through those check-ins, and then I think we've had some other YLs popping in here as we are checking in, so we will look for more check-ins momentarily. But so far, we have Linda, KC8PKY, joining us from Indiana, Ann, KC9YL, joining us from Wisconsin, Lauren, KC9ZHV, joining in from Illinois, Sky, K7SKY, checking in from Washington, Brenda, KW1YL, joining us from Connecticut, April, VE3BHG, joining us from Ontario, Tammy, KK4USM, checking in from Georgia. Good evening, Michelle, W5MQC, joining us from Oklahoma. Great group so far, but I know we have some other YLs out there listening, so please check in with us here. Just give us your first name, your call sign, and your current location. So if you are a YL and would like to check in, please call now.
This is WA4YL, Dawn in Hudson, Florida.
KB4RM, Rosemary, Texas.
Okay, very good. So also joining us is Dawn, WA4YL, checking in from Florida this evening. Rosemary, KB4RM, joining us from Texas. And I also see Carrie, KN4JAK, here with us. And Susie just popped in. Good evening, Susie. Good to have you with us as well. Carrie is here in Georgia, Susie in Ohio. Usually that is. And let's see, I think that is everyone that I see individual-wise, unless it's fallen down in part of the list that I can't see here in Echolink. But also, we have Larry, K4LYL, who's linked in the repeater up there in Virginia. So if there are any YLs or OMs for that matter that listen in to this net and you find it enjoyable, please be sure and let Larry know. His email is on QRZ. Looks like it's his call sign at arrl.net. Send him a message. Let him know that you would like him to continue to link in the repeater so that you can listen to the net. I know some of you may not be able to check in. But encourage you, if you're a YL or a female amateur radio operator and you enjoy the net, please check in. It's simple to do. Let us know you're there, or at least let Larry know that you enjoy listening to this net so that he will continue to link in the repeater. But again, we encourage you to please check in. We welcome all YLs to this net every week. Looks like Jenny has just joined us, M0HZT, so good morning to Jenny over there across the pond in the UK. We're glad to have you with us this evening. And all right, let's go to Lauren for just a moment because she is short time. Lauren, if you had something for the group, I'd like to give you a chance to say hello to everybody and let us know how you're doing, as I know you can't stay on. So KC9ZHV, AC4YL, and the group. Okay, not sure if Lauren is still with us. I know Lauren was short time, so let's try one more time here because I don't want to miss giving her a chance. I know she's short time. Maybe she had to run, but we'll give it one more shot. So Lauren, if you'd like to pop in, if you had anything for the group this evening, as I know you are short time, please go ahead. KC9ZHV, AC4YL in the group. Okay, so perhaps Lauren had to run, and anyway, so it looks like she does have the live stream going, so it looks like she's able to record this net this evening. So we'll say hi to Lauren, so she could listen to this later. We want to definitely take a moment to say thank you to her for recording and live streaming this net and doing the edits and cleaning it up for us and removing all the blank spaces in the net for the group so that you ladies and anybody that you share this with can listen to it on the YouTube channel. So again, as a reminder for those of you that are new or out there listening on LinkedIn repeaters, this net does have a YouTube channel. It's we also have a Facebook group, and not specific to this net, but founded by or started, I should say, by one of the key members to the net that's on. Melanie kicked off a YL Ops groups.io, and that group is for all YLs all around the world. So again, encourage you ladies to share that with any of the YLs that you know. Feel free to share that at Hamfest, any forums that you do or attend. You can give them information about this net. Melanie and I are working on revamping a flyer that we have that we will be using at Hamfest to advertise the net, the groups.io, and the Facebook group to encourage more YLs to join us each week. So we're working on revamping a flyer. If any of you ladies are interested in having a copy of it once we get it set up, it'll be a 3-up. So what we do is we just print it on color paper, a nice bright color paper, and take that with us to Hamfest, some of the major Hamfests that we go to. So we also try to run some YL forums as well, and we hand those out there and encourage YLs to basically get active, stay active, and have fun in amateur radio right there along with us, with the rest of us, and share their knowledge with us as well. So if you are interested in a copy of the flyer once we get it together, we should have it together hopefully within the next week or two. Please, we have to update it. Please send either myself or Melanie an email. Let us know. We'll get a copy over to you so that you can print up some on some just a bright color paper, and it's 3-up, so you don't have to print too many of them. But again, have fun, and it's a great way to encourage other YLs to get on the air and know that there are women that participate in amateur radio and have fun doing it and like to share our experiences with each other. So looks like Judy has also joined us, KE7IXI from Arizona. So good evening, Judy. Welcome to the net. And Nisi just popped in, KA1ULN from Massachusetts. So good evening to both of you ladies. We are glad to have you here with us as well. And Melanie, of course, is here. as always, helping out in the chats and helping keep me straight. Hi. AG4YL. So good evening to her as well. And so with that, I'd like to, I know Rosemarie isn't always able to stay for the entire net, so I don't know, I'd like to give you a chance to pop in here, Rosemarie, if you had anything for the group, or if you just wanted to say hi or tell us how you're doing. I know we usually don't get a chance to catch up with you on the net, so if you'd like to come in and if you had anything for the group, please come on in. And then if anybody else is short time, if you have access, if you're on a computer or you're short time, put it in the chat, let us know. We'll try to pass the mic to you, but we want to give everybody a chance to jump in and say hello. So, Rosemarie, if you had anything for the group here, please go ahead. Don't mean to put you on the spot, but don't want to miss you either. So, KB4RM, AC4YL with the group.
KB4RM. I'm sitting eating dinner and serving dinner, so I don't know what the question was, Catherine, that I heard my call sign, so would you repeat?
Well, my question was, what's for dinner? No, I'm just kidding. No, I just know that a lot of times you aren't able to stay for the whole net, so I didn't know if I wanted to give you a chance to just pop in and say hello, and if you had anything for the group this evening. But if you're in the midst of dinner, please just go ahead and enjoy your dinner. No worries, Rosemarie, no specific question. Just wanted to say hi and give you a chance to let us know how you're doing, because I know we don't usually get to catch up on the net. So if you have something, please go ahead. KB4RM, AC4YL with the group.
Well, thank you very much, Catherine. Yeah, this is what it happens every Thursday. It's dinner time here, but I'd like to listen to you even if I don't, say something very much. And I do check out at 8 because I have another sked at 8. But I enjoy it, and everything is fine here. So I will continue enjoying my dinner here and listen to you and have a good time. KB4RM.
Okay, very good, Rosemary. Well, enjoy your dinner, and hopefully we'll provide some interesting entertainment. All right. Do we have anybody else that's short time this evening that would like to pop in here and say something before they have to go? Please go ahead. Okay, not hearing anyone, and wow, cool. My actual button is working like it's supposed to this evening. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. I find that interesting. My push to talk that I've set for, even though I have another screen open, is supposed to work, and in the past couple of weeks I've been having trouble with it. But today it seems to be cooperating. Go figure. Okay, so activities up and coming this weekend. So as far as contests go, it looks like there's the 1010 International Open Season PSK contest going on. So if you're into PSK operating, this weekend is your chance to do that. Looks like it's pretty much all day Saturday and Sunday. So jump in there and participate in that. That's fun. There's, let's see, Kentucky QSO Party is this weekend. So if you need Kentucky in your log, looks like it's going to be later in the day on Saturday and rolling into the early hours of Sunday. It kind of looks that way. So if you need Kentucky in your log, this is the weekend to do that. There's also some CW going on. The IARU Region 1 Field Day in CW is going on this weekend, so you can practice your CW skills. And for UK folks, there's the RSGB National Field Day this weekend, which is also CW. So lots of fun activities going on. Ridian PSK on 80 meters, also for the 80 meter club championship, RSGB, also another event going on the 4th of June on Monday, looks like. So some things coming up if you're looking for ham radio activities to participate in on the air. There's also a Dutch Kingdom contest. That's interesting. CW and single sideband on 40, 20, 15, 10, and 6 meters. So you can check it out by going to contestcalendar.com. I usually look at the weekly so I can kind of spot check what is going on the upcoming weekend. So that's just one site. There are others, of course. Okay, so those are some on-air activities. As far as other ham radio activities, well, this weekend I'm personally looking forward to hitting up the Atlanta Ham Fest. It's one of the larger ham fests in the greater Atlanta area that happens every June, first weekend in June. So looking forward to participating in that, going in, checking it out, and seeing some friends out there and hanging out with Mel. And gonna go get some name badges updated, seeing our friends Loretta over at JMR. So gonna check that out and maybe do a little flea market shopping for fun. So looking forward to that. Haven't checked the weather, so we'll have to see how that goes. But here in Georgia, it's been kind of pop-up rain showers, with maybe a thunderstorm every once in a blue moon, but mostly pop-up rain showers here, which is fine because if we can keep hydrated during the summer, I'm not going to complain. But it is starting to get hot today. It was really, really hot in the sun and humid. So that's what's going on down here in Georgia. Atlanta Ham Fest coming up this weekend, and getting geared up and prepped up for Field Day, which is coming up and will be here before we know it. Wow, time sure does fly, doesn't it? All right, so what ham radio activities do you gals have coming up that you're looking forward to or that you have participated in over the last week? Come on in and tell us about it. And Ann's also joined us, WB1ARU. Good evening, Ann. So what else is going on for you gals this upcoming week or over the past week that you'd like to tell the gals about? Okay, I'm going to try and jump in here. I don't know if somebody is trying to transmit through one of the LinkedIn repeaters through the NF4GA, either the 900 or the 440 or the 2 meter, but you're not making it if you're trying to transmit, or Mike W5JR if you're monitoring. We may have some issues if the 900 or 440 is linked in. I'm not sure. So not sure if you're out there listening, but if you can check that, that would be great. If we continue to have issues with interference, we may have to disconnect the repeater from this net. So hopefully that can get resolved. So let's open it back up to the group here and see if you gals have something for the group. So please go ahead and jump in. If we don't have interference, we'll try to move things along here.
And WB1ARU.
Please, go ahead, Ann.
Oh, sorry I wasn't here earlier. We were invited over to our neighbors for dinner, so we just got back. I thought I'd mention that last night on 20 meters, I chatted for 45 minutes probably with Donna, WB9TFF, and Heather, Victor Echo 3 Hotel Quebec Hotel. And the three of us had a nice QSO going. Considering that none of us were running particularly high power and conditions were a little bit noisy now and again, but we had a great time catching up with each other and finding out that we all had some similarities, and also finally made a couple of contacts with them on the Friendship Award for this year, which I had totally been paying no attention to. So I got started on the Favorite Song Award there. So anyway, just thought I'd make mention of the fact, and I did talk to an OM in Arkansas before we got going on with the YL, so I know there was propagation. So we'll look for all of you again next Wednesday night. So that's it from WB1ARU.
Okay, very good, Ann. Well, that's great. Sounds like you had some good success last night, and wow, it's nice to be able to chat that long on 20 meters at about 9 o'clock in the evening Eastern. So again, a reminder for you gals, please, if you like, and you have some time on a Wednesday evening at about 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central, please go ahead and pop on to 14.288 and listen out. And if you can't hear anyone, you don't hear anybody, feel free to call CQYL and then wait and see if a YL can hear you and comes back to you. So that's great. It's good to hear some success there, Ann. And again, encourage you gals to do that. We do have a reminder set up on the groups.io while ops that goes out via email before the event to help you gals remember. But again, 14.288 on Wednesday evenings at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. Please check it out and listen out and see if you can contact some YLs and check out how 20-meter propagation is doing, right? All right, very good. Thanks, Ann, for jumping in and sharing. Hope you enjoyed some dinner with the neighbors there, and glad you made it to be on the net here with us. We're glad to have you here. All right, and thanks for the reminder on the Friendship Award. I know a couple weeks back we got caught up chatting in kind of an after-the-net here on the ALARA Conference that ran right into the MinnowNet kickoff time at 10:30 Eastern, and so Margaret popped in, and we got to check in on that net and chat with the gals there, and Carol, KP4MD was there, and I think Sky was on, and had a nice group that week, and Mel was on. I think Lauren hung around, and I think Chrissy was on, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, and we got to exchange our favorite song to help some of the gals out that are working on their Friendship Award. So maybe if we have some time this evening, we may be able to do that as well. So thanks again, Ann. Who else has something for the group this evening? I think KC9YL may have to go in a minute, so if you have something, please come on in. AC4YL.
Thank you, Catherine, and just wanted to share with everybody what an awesome time I had at my very first Hamvention. I got to meet a lot of people that I've only talked to on the air. For the YLs, I met Andrea, Rhea, Ann Manna, who I've seen before, Carol, Chrissy, Hope, Katie, Sally, and Ruth. Got to meet all them in person. I got to meet in person 2 of my CW Ops teachers, which was also awesome. I got to shake hands with PY1AHD, the inventor of the Alex Loop, Joe Eisenberg. Martin from MFJ's nephew was in my hotel, and went to the contest dinner and had a great time with that. The weather wasn't really too bad, a little warm at times, a little rainy at times, but certainly didn't prevent me from doing anything that I wanted to, and just had a wonderful time. It was worth driving all those 485 miles back and forth. So I am retiring the end of June, and next year won't have to be quite in such a big rush either coming or going. So just wanted to check in with everybody and say hi, KC9YL.
Well, that's fantastic, Ann. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to catch up with you this week. I think we missed you last week with all the Hamvention updates from everybody. So thanks so much for telling us about how your experience went. And sounds like you had a great time and got to get out there and experience Hamvention for the first time. It is such a blast, and I'm sure you are looking forward to going back again next year, right? I know I was bummed to miss it, but you know, things come up and you got to take care of some things you have to do. So looking forward to next year. It'll just make next year all that more enjoyable. So excited about attending next year and seeing you gals. And curious if any of you gals that made it to Hamvention, was anybody able to tour the DARA Clubhouse, or did they offer that? I know last year Melanie and I had a blast. We got to go tour it and hang out there for a little bit and took some pictures and had a good time there. So curious if anybody was able to tour the DARA Clubhouse while you were up there. And congrats on your retirement too there, Ann. So anybody able to make it to the DARA Clubhouse? Did they offer it? I'm not sure if they did this year.
This is WA4YL, Dawn in Florida.
All right, Dawn, 1 second. So, yeah, again, encourage you gals who, next time you go to Hamvention, make it a point to tour the DARA Clubhouse. Let me tell you, it is an experience all on its own. It's not terribly far at all from the Hamvention site. do make it a point to check it out. It is really, really cool. They have some amazing equipment. In fact, I think it was 1 year the weather station actually set up in their clubhouse because they can lock down their operating area there in the midst of some storms there. So it's a great opportunity for the club to help out the community there. Carol, KP4MD, joins us this evening. So good evening, Carol. Glad you could make it. And let me pass it back over to Dawn now, who had a comment. WA4YL, please go ahead. AC4YL in the group.
This is WA4YL. Just wanted everybody to know that I was at the storm. It slid right past me and headed towards the Panhandle in Alabama. And all I got was the rain bands, and I had 4.72 inches of rain in my backyard, in my rain gauge.
Wow, Dawn, that's just a little bit of rain. You could almost swim out there in your backyard. Well, I'm glad that you guys made it through okay, and it's good to hear you this evening, and I'm glad you're doing well there, Dawn. And I hear that you will be in Huntsville this year. Yay! So that's exciting. Really looking forward to seeing you there. And that is in August, so cool. All right. Yeah, it seems like rain seems to be the thing lately. Lots of rain here, but fortunately off and on we get enough gaps in it. But boy, when it comes down here, it's like, you know, the flash flood warnings start going off. So you just have to be careful, pay attention. So very good, Dawn. Glad you're doing well, and it's great to hear you. And I hear you've been busy on FT8. I think last week you told us you made some contacts, and you've been busy playing with the FT8 mode. So lots of fun stuff going on your way. Very cool. All right. Who else has something for the group this evening? We were talking about upcoming ham radio events or activities you're looking forward to, or maybe over the last week. So come on in and share it with the group here. We'd love to hear from you.
W5MQC.
Well, good evening, Michelle. Please, go ahead.
Well, good evening, ladies. A week from tomorrow is HamCom. It's one of the largest ham fests in Texas, and I know most of you aren't in the area, but if you happen to be passing by, if you would, just go ahead and stop in. The YLRL has a booth there. We're also going to have a forum, and in our forum, it's going to be at 10 o'clock, which on Saturday, which just happens to coincide with the Worldwide YLNet on DMR. So in my class, we're going to talk a little bit about DMR, but first we're going to have everybody check into that net. So if you're in the area, come on by. We're going to have a blast. I don't know that I'm going to be able to be on the net next Thursday because I actually have to fly out to Vegas on Tuesday, fly back into Dallas on Friday to set up the booth, and then go home on Sunday. But I will try. But I just want to let everybody know, stop on by, come see us. Back to you. This is W5MQC.
All right. Very good, Michelle. Well, awesome. Yeah, it's I have to keep in mind HamCom is beginning of June out there in Texas. I have to put that on my bucket list. Make it down there one time. Try to attend the really larger ham fests. Are a lot of fun. So cool. Sounds like you guys got some things lined up there. Sounds like you're going to have a lot of fun. It's good to hear from you, Michelle, and thanks so much for sharing that info with us. We appreciate it. And Carol had a comment, KP4MD, or announcement, I should say. So, Carol, come on in with whatever you got for the group here. KP4MD, AC4YL in the group.
Okay, thank you, Catherine, and very good afternoon or good evening to all here on the net. This is Carol Killapop for Mike Delton here in Sacramento, California. And first of all, I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I did a bit of operating on the C2 Worldwide CW contest. We made about 30 contacts. I was busy doing other stuff, so I just took about a couple hours here and there altogether. And I think we scored about 1,000 points there. So it was a lot of fun working stations in a few other countries. I worked a station down in Jamaica at 6Y6N, I believe. It was interesting. Anyway, this coming weekend, the Ladies of the Net, which is a group based out here on the West Coast, is going to be activating the USS Lucid, which is a minesweeper museum ship that's located in Stockton, California. The entire weekend is actually museum ships on the air event, but the Ladies of the Net are going to be down there on Saturday. We're supposed to meet down at the ship at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is 2000 UTC, and that's on Saturday, and we should be operating from the radio station aboard the ship there in Stockton for probably about 4 hours or so, and I believe we're planning to operate on 20 meters and perhaps 40 meters, so if you take a listen for us, it will be using the call sign of the ship, which is November 6, Mike Sierra Oscar. That's N6MSO. So that's, again, the Ladies of the Net. Group of us are going to have a little fun in this outing. So back to net control. This is Kilo Pop 4 Mike Delta.
All right, very cool, Carol. Awesome. Yeah, it's fun to work the submarines. That's a blast, and museum ships on the air. It's a cool event. It's definitely fun. I agree with Ann. It's a fun event to work, and so very cool stuff. Awesome. Sounds like you guys got a weekend planned, and so N6MSO. Keep a lookout on the spotting networks for them on 20 or 40 meters on Saturday. So cool. I hope you guys have a great time, Carol, and feel free to, for any of you gals that have events like that you'll be participating in, or that you are familiar with in the area, even if you personally can't make it, if you want to encourage the YLs to check in, join in, participate, please feel free to, post some information about them in the Facebook group and or the groups.io group, and let the gals know that it's up and coming, so we can be on the lookout on the spotting networks, or stop by if we're in the area. So Judy in 5KUO joined us, just joined us. Let me get Miss Judy in the log here, and we have, bear with me here, I'm trying to multitask, it's dangerous, right? And we have Pat, VA4YL, who's also joined us here, and Pat is in Manitoba, and Judy is in Oklahoma. So good evening to both of you gals. We're catching up, talking about upcoming ham radio activities and events we're looking forward to, or any that we've participated in over the last week or two. We've had some folks talk about Hamvention and some ships on the air they're participating in either this weekend. It looks like Michelle is heading out to the USS Batfish again this year in October, so that's cool. Have to look out for you as well. So glad to have you gals with us. That's what is going on at the moment. So anybody else have something for the group this evening, please call now, AC4YL.
VE3BHG.
Oh, good evening, April. VE3BHG, please go ahead.
This is AG4YL. We seem to be picking up excessive interference from the NF4GA repeater, and the courtesy tone keeps hitting in. If somebody is trying to key into the net, please make sure you're in range of the repeater. And if anyone's monitoring the repeater, if you could help us out on the NARFL end of things, that would be greatly appreciated. If this continues more than another minute, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the repeater from the net, and everybody's going to have to miss out. So I really hate to do that. This is a G4YL.
Hello? Okay. VE3BHD here. I think you're finally getting me. I don't know what was going on there, but anyways, the big deal with the club that I'm a current member of in Niagara, the Niagara Peninsula Amateur Radio Club, is it's our 70th anniversary in September. We're having a special event on September the 15th, and we do have a special call sign for the event. It's quite a mouthful. I don't know it off the top of my head, I do know that there's lots of other events. I am looking forward to Field Day. I didn't realize it was a international thing, and so hopefully maybe I'll be able to talk to some of you. I'm looking forward to that day. We are setting up in a local park Falls, and this weekend the guys are testing the equipment that we have in Charles Daly Park and St. Catharines to make sure that it all works. Unfortunately, I can't be there because of other things that are going on, but we also have an event at Fort Erie that I can recall. So lots of different opportunities over the summer, but certainly September the 15th is the biggie, and we're really looking forward to that. I still feel kind of like odd woman out, if you will, in my club, but that's why I enjoy going on to these nets, because I know that there's lots more ladies in the hobby than are evidenced by who's in the club and so forth and so on. Although being the novel YL in the group is kind of fun sometimes. Anyways, that's it for now. DE3BHG back to net control.
All right, very good, April. Well, yes, we got you in. Glad you were able to squeak in there. Well, it's kind of like playing whack-a-mole, you know. You're trying to jump in there in between the repeater courtesy tones. You did great. So, we caught you there, April. So yeah, Field Day's great. It's a lot of fun, and you know, it's you know, it's not so bad to be one of the few YLs in a club. The best part is when you've got a club that is welcoming and helpful and always willing to help you out, but also you know, appreciate and assist with your concerns or needs, or you know, encourage you to participate and give you the opportunity to help others in the club as well. So, you know, that's what makes it a lot of fun, and we're glad to have you on this net, and I can certainly appreciate having nets such as this and other activities outside of the local area in addition. So those just add kind of the spice to amateur radio, right? That's why it's fun to participate in events and contests and get on the air and have some fun, and you know, you can always kick off some things as well yourself, you know, and get any YLs in the area, encourage them, invite them over, you know, have a fun amateur radio event, you know, doing that. So it's a lot of fun, and there's none that says you can't kick off your own event, you know, to help local YLs and encourage YLs in the area to be more active. In fact, that's kind of how this net got started. So, I mean, you know, just taking a look at the group that we have here this evening is just amazing to me to have watched the growth of this net over the last almost coming up on 3 years now in October. And it's amazing to see all the gals from all over the place coming together and having fun and talking about things that we love, and that's amateur radio. So, cool stuff. So thanks, April, for your comments. Appreciate it. All right, who else has something for the group this evening? Please call now. This is AC4YL.
Hi, this is Judy, KE7IXI. I just want to say it's so much fun when you can get in on a pile-up and all of a sudden one of the men will say, hey, I think there's a YL out there. And then all of a sudden it's complete silence, and the gentleman, you know, that's in control, he'll say, okay, everyone, I want that YL. So it's just all so much fun. And I'm very much looking forward to the Stockton, California event this weekend. So I really hope I get in and able to talk to one of you ladies. Back to net. That's all. I just wanted to make a comment.
That's great, Judy. Awesome. Well, I hope you get in and are able to work those gals out there, Carol and the group out there in California this weekend. Hope that works out for you, and band conditions cooperate, and you gals can connect over the radio waves. So awesome. And yeah, you know, it is. It's a lot of fun to break through a pile up and hear that person on the other end go, I think I hear a YL. And you know, there's this quiet, and you know, there have been a couple times that everybody's still trying to pile in, even when the operator asked for the YL only, and you still have a bunch of folks coming back, and it's just kind of fun to hear the op go, you know, I need everybody except the YL to stand by. And then everybody just gets quiet, and you know, it's just it's nice. It's amazing to have that respect and appreciation, and it's fun to give that back too. So, all right, very cool, Judy. Well, thanks so much for jumping in, and your comments are welcome anytime. It's always great to hear from you and know how you're doing, so that's cool. All right, I think Nisi had a comment, so let's pass the mic over to her. K1ULN, please go ahead. AC4YL in the group.
Good evening. Nisi in Massachusetts. So that's my key, Judy. Good point. And I stressed that on my blog, that when you're calling CQ, always, and you know that you got a big pile up, and you don't even have to have a pile up. Make sure you ask for YLs. Are there any other YLs out there? Katie, WI7YL, she's really good for that, and I appreciate that. And just don't forget the YLs. You know, you hear these guys with 1,000,000 watts, and and the YLs sometimes get drowned. So specifically ask for YLs every time you call CQ, even if you're at home and you just want to make a couple of Qs. That's it. Everybody have a great week. KA1ULN. Good job, Kat.
All right. Well, very good, Nisi. Always good to hear from you. And, yeah, gals, don't forget to check out Nisi's blog if you're not familiar with it. You know, blogspot, or k1uln.blogspot.com, and I think she put the link to it in both the Echolink chat, and I think she popped it over in the Dewdrop in chat as well. So check out her blog. There's a lot of good information out there too, and we appreciate having you here with us, Nisi, and all that you do for encouraging the YL's amateur radio, and you do a lot, so we appreciate having you here with us. All right, anybody else have something for the group this evening? Please go ahead and call now, AC4YL.
KW1YL.
This evening, please go ahead and call now. All right, please go ahead, Brenda. KW1YL, AC4YL in the group. Okay, we'll try this again. Okay, is this thing on? Hello? All right, Brenda. Please go ahead, KW1YL, AC4YL in the group.
Okay, well, all right, I'll try again. This is KW1YL. Okay, I was talking about how we do the net, the Yale net from our makerspace area, and we have to walk over to a certain window with our HTs to try to get through with the signal because it's in the basement, because we have to be there Tuesdays, and that's when the Yale net is. But this Tuesday we had a great signal because we finally got our feed lines down from the 5-story building. I had sent those pictures before about we're walking around putting antennas up. And we got the feed lines down, so we attached the feed line to the HT, and we got a great signal. So that was the big success story of this week. So I just wanted to report that wonderful success. We really have the feed lines there for hopefully web SDR. They're not really for the VHDs, but that was the success of getting the feed line to work. So KW1YL, back to net control.
All right, that's fantastic, Brenda. So yay, a project done. Awesome. And just think, you don't have to climb those 5 flights of stairs, lugging all that equipment and feed line, right? So awesome. Congratulations on that, and being able to get that done, that is awesome. All right. You know, that reminds me, I haven't heard really asked Linda lately about the tower project. So Linda, how's that going? Is that moving along or done? Have I been under a rock? And if I have, I apologize. Linda, why don't you give us an update on your tower project, KC8PKY, AC4YL in the group?
Well, we haven't done too much lately. We just decided to put a new roof on the house, so that kind of slowed us down. And we got to order the one part for the center of the beam. The tower's up and the beam's up there, but the center part isn't working, so we've got to order that and lay it down. And it's just been too many things going on that we haven't gotten that done. But we still have a couple of our dipoles up, and those do work, so we're going to get it done eventually, little bit by little bit. And with that, back to Nat.
Well, you still got your dipoles up, so at least you're still on the air, so that's awesome. All right, well, cool. I just realized, we haven't asked you about that project in a while, and thought we'd catch up. So cool. Like you said, one piece at a time, and you'll get it done. So cool stuff. Awesome. Thanks, Linda. Appreciate it. All right, anybody else have something for the group, or if you just want to pop in and say hello, that's fine too. Please call now, AC4YL. All right, please go ahead, Lauren. All right, Lauren, well, that's a good question. I personally have not listened to last week's net, but can certainly check it out. So has anybody else had a chance or been able to go back and listen to last week's net? It is up on the YouTube YL OpNet channel. You don't have to subscribe to pull the video on audio. So if you have, let us know, and if you have not, if you have an opportunity to do so, and perhaps if you weren't on last week, you can certainly use that as an opportunity to catch up on what we talked about last week. But check that out. The link to the YouTube channel is on both mine and Melanie's QRZ page. You can check it out there. So if you have had a chance to listen to last week's net and have a comment for Lauren, please go ahead and call now, AC4YL.
KN4 JAK.
Please go ahead, Carrie.
I usually just stream them when I'm riding to work since I have a long commute. I liked having a lot of those the lulls kind of pulled out, so it made it a lot easier to listen to overall. So I thought that was awesome.
All right, that's great, Carrie. Thanks for that feedback. Anybody else have been able to listen to it or have a comment on that for Lauren? Please go ahead. All right, Lauren. Well, there you go. You got one vote for it. So, yeah, if you are okay continuing down that route, let's try that for a while and see how that goes, and see if we get any comments back from YLs that prefer the breaks. But I think it would probably be much smoother and less time-consuming for folks to not have to hear the gaps in there. So I think that's cool. If you don't mind and have the time to do it, Lauren, that's awesome. Please go ahead, Lauren, if you had anything else. And again, thank you so much for all your hard work. We really appreciate it. KC9ZHV, AC4YL in the group. All right. Well, thanks, Lauren. Again, we really appreciate it. And thanks, Carrie, for your feedback. That's most helpful. And I personally would think it would be better without the breaks in there. So, yeah, let's give that a go again if you're cool with that, Lauren. Thanks again. All right. Jim W4QO was over in the Dewdrop Inn chat and stopped by the YLRL booth in Hamvention and was kind enough to go ahead and post a photo for the gals over there. It's got Ann and two Anns and Carol, K4SAF and WB1ARU and KC9YL, and of course Jim W4QO. Y'all have heard me mention Jim on the net before. He's a awesome club member with North Fulton Amateur Radio League, and has been a great support and mentor for me personally, and gotta love Jim. So we appreciate him posting that picture over there, so feel free to check it out. And now y'all know what he looks like. So there you go. Jim, I've also mentioned his CW, or his blog, where he kind of gives you a rundown on learning CW and kind of his method that he uses that actually works quite well and is based off ARRL's method. So very cool stuff. So thanks, Jim. I know you're probably listening in, and we appreciate you posting the photo so you gals can check it out. You can hop over there if you're not already over there and take a look. All right. Anybody else have something for their group? I think we have some other wilds we haven't heard from yet, so if you have a comment or you just want to jump in and say hi, please go ahead. Okay, not hearing anyone yet, so I'll jump in here then, and we're taking a look at just some of the news of late. There's Hamvention forum videos that are now searchable on YouTube. There's a link for that. In fact, let me see if I can copy and paste this real quick here for any of you that didn't make it, or even if you did and you want to watch any of those forum videos, there we go. And sorry for the pause there, but that's what I get for trying to do control paste when the control's my hotkey for Echo Link. Gotta use the other one. Hello. Alright, there we go. So I've got that in both chats. Check that out if you are interested in seeing any of the forum videos. Those are there. Also, some news, of course, in Aries is activated in 8 Maryland counties for severe flooding. We were talking about rain earlier, and Dawn's 4 and almost 3/4 inches of rain there. In Maryland, D.C. area, they had some regional flash flooding on the 27th. Ellicott City, it looks like they had some vehicles washed away by floodwaters of upward of 10 feet deep. So, goodness, that's a lot of rain for sure. So, anyway, Aries activated in 8 counties to assist with that. So, our amateur radio friends are hard at work to help out their communities there, and certainly, no doubt, is appreciated by the local hams there. All right, let's see what else is up and coming here. There was also a brief article on ARRL's website on Eagles guitarist Joe Walsh, WB6ACU, who has been promoting amateur radio and media announcements. So that's really some cool stuff. ARRL is going to provide the 30 and 60-second public service announcements to public information officers to share with their sections, television and radio stations. So that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can get you the link for that article, and you gals can check it out if you weren't aware. So let me get those over here real quick here. There we go. Okay, got those copy and pasted. So that's what I have thus far on latest amateur radio news. So we have about 20 minutes left here. So does anybody else have any ham radio related questions or anything specific that you have for the group here? Announcements or anything that we may have missed? And if not, then we can utilize some time if you are participating in the annual Friendship Award and want to exchange your favorite song with another YL here on the net. We may have some time for that this evening as well, if nobody has something else that you want to talk about, amateur radio related. So if you do, please call now, AC4YL.
This is WA4YL, Dawn in Florida.
Please go ahead, Dawn.
On FT8, a shortwave listener heard me, and I went on to my EQSL, and there was a card waiting for me from that shortwave listener who was sitting in another ham shack, and he heard me come over on the FT8, which was practically one of my first contacts back to net control.
All right, well that's very cool, Dawn. A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun too. Get those QSL cards from shortwave listeners. It's really neat. In fact, when I got a stack of some QSL cards from the Bureau, I had I think 2 or 3 from shortwave listeners. So cool stuff, Dawn. Thanks for coming in and telling us about that. That's awesome. All right, anybody else have an announcement or ham radio topic that you want to bring up this evening or question?
I wonder if any of the rest of you have seen the GoFundMe page for Faith Hannah Lee, Alpha Echo 4 Fox Hotel, who has been invited to go to the Yoda Summer event in South Africa. She'll be the first youth amateur radio operator to represent the U.S. at a Yoda event. It usually only the participants are from Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. I think it's called Youth on the Air. That's what Yoda stands for. Don't know if anybody else has seen that. Been going around on some of the web pages and so far, Facebook pages. I know Katie's been promoting it, among others. Katie and Rhea both have been promoting it. So check it out if you haven't heard about it. WB1ARU.
All right, that's cool, Ann. Thanks for jumping in and sharing that. I had not heard about that, so thanks so much for bringing it up. And I just posted the link for that in, because I just saw your comment and had a minute to Google it real quick and pull that link. So check it out. It looks like she's very close to her goal. So yay! That's going to be cool. So thanks, Ann, for bringing that up. That's awesome if she can go. It's always fun to be able to, for young folks to be able to participate in those amateur radio activities. I know when Ruth went on her DXpedition, that was a lot of fun. It was great to hear about her experiences when she came back. So that's great. So hopefully she'll be able to go, and it's looking really good. Again, really close to goal, but check out the link if you're interested in that or you want to know more about it, what it is, and if you choose to support it, you know, feel free to do that. But thanks, Ann, for bringing that up here on the net for the group here. Appreciate that. All right, anybody else have something for the group? We have about 15 minutes left, so jump in here if you got a comment or you just want to say hi or you got a ham radio topic. And if not, then we'll go ahead and give gals a chance to exchange for annual friendship award if you like. Okay, not hearing anyone. I thought I may have seen somebody key up from the K4LYL repeater, but didn't get any audio. So if there's somebody out in the Virginia listening area of the K4LYL repeater and you'd like to come in and you're a YL, please go ahead and jump in. Don't want to miss you there. Okay, if not, so with that then, this year for the annual Friendship Award, which is, I guess you could say sponsored, promoted, or put out by the Young Ladies Radio League, is the annual Friendship Award, and the topic for this year is favorite song. And so how this works is you exchange your favorite song with 15 other YLs, and there's this little sheet that you can fill in just the basic information like the call sign of the YL that you exchanged with, their exchange information, and date and time, and of course the time in UTC and date in UTC. So right now it's 01:15 UTC on the 1st of June, because we're already into Friday on UTC time. So if it's really quite simple to do, and I know this year I was like, wow, it's a tough topic to narrow it down and pick one, but you know, you can have several, but for the exchange you want to stick with just one. So just pick one for the purpose of this exchange throughout the year and stick with that one for anybody that you exchange the information with for the annual Friendship Award. So with that, are there any YLs who would like to participate in that and make an exchange this evening? I'll go ahead and get a list and then give you an opportunity to do that. So if you'd like to participate, just throw your call sign out and then just unkey, and then once once everybody has had a chance that wants to throw their call out, then we'll go down the list. So if you'd like to, please throw your call out now.
WB1ARU.
All right. Well, we have Ann that would like to, and I'm going to throw my call out. I am more than happy to exchange with anyone that would like to. So, Ann, I'll let you go ahead if you want to exchange with me, or if you would like to pick a YL out of the group and put them on the spot. So go ahead, Ann, WB1ARU, AC4YL, and the group.
Okay, very good. You caught me in the midst of making my donation to Faith Hannah. I'll finish it afterwards. My favorite song for this particular event is Cherish by the Association. WB1ARU, Ann in Massachusetts. Back to you.
All right, Ann, very good. WB1ARU, AC4YL returning. So I've got your favorite song as Cherish by the Association, and that you're in Massachusetts. So my favorite song, and trust me, this was very hard to narrow it down, but I just narrowed it down to Danny's song, Anne Murray, and I am in Georgia. So that's my favorite song that I am picking for this exchange. Back to you, WB1ARU, AC4YL.
Okay, fine business. Danny's song, Anne Murray, thank you, and 33, and maybe somebody else will want to do an exchange. I'm going to finish my donation. WB1ARU.
Okay, very good, Ann. Well, go take care of that, and thanks so much for the exchange as well. And all right, so now that the other gals here on the net have kind of seen how easy that is, if you'd like to participate and make that exchange with any of the other YLs, please call now, AC4YL.
KN4, JAK, Carrie.
Okay, Carrie, very good. Awesome, KN4JAK. Give me a second here. I'm trying to find the link for this. There is a link. I know there is. Bear with me just a second. For those that aren't as familiar, contests and awards and certificates to work for. Okay, maybe it's under there. No, nothing under there yet. There it is. It's under a sub-page that's not sub-link. Okay, here we go. Oh, certificate's kind of cool looking this year. So give me a second, Carrie, here. I haven't forgotten about you. I just want to get this link for everybody that needs the information on it. So I've got the link in the Echolink chat to WildRL.org and their award certificate, annual certificate award. Kind of cool looking this year. It's very fun. A favorite song certificate, and let's see if they've got a link for a log. Yep, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can download their annual award application in PDF format. And there's a link. Just click on the word here, and you can download the page to fill in. Or, of course, you can kind of create your own if you like, whatever works for you. But Dawn said she can't choose one. Dawn, just pick one and just use it. Trust me, I had a hard time. I was like the last on the group on the MinnowNet that was kind of ready with one. So don't feel bad. Just pick one and just remember which one you picked. Write it down or something because you want to stick with the same one. All right, so let me pass it back over to Carrie, KN4JAK. Who would you like to exchange your favorite song with this evening?
How about AC4YL?
Mr. Alpha 4, Yankee Lima. My favorite song is That Summer. That Summer.
Okay. Let's see. Carrie. Let me see if I got this right. I think you... Oh, man, my stupid computer. Sorry. I'm not sure if... I think you wanted to exchange with me, AC4YL. I hope I got that right. So, let me exchange with you, and then we'll let Pat exchange with somebody as well. So Give me 1 second here. So, all right, Carrie, KN4JAK, AC4YL here. My favorite song is Danny's song, Anne Murray, and I am in Georgia. Back over to you. What's your favorite song, Carrie? KN4JAK, AC4YL.
AC4YL, this is KN4JAK, and my favorite song is Still Falling for You by Ellie Goulding. And back to you.
All right, very good, Carrie. Well, thanks so much for that. And I know you are in Georgia as well, so very cool. Thank you. All right, Pat, VA4YL. All right, who would you like to exchange favorite song with? So you can exchange with me, or I'm sure Anne would be happy to if she's done with her donation. Or perhaps Carrie would like to add another one into her log. That's fine too. Or you can pick somebody and poke at them a little bit. Your choice, Pat, VA4YL. Please go ahead, pick somebody, and exchange your favorite song with them.
Victor Echo 3, Bravo Hotel Golf. I would like to exchange with you. This is Victor Alpha. YL, sorry, I'm not used to this new call sign. My favorite song is That Summer, Garth Brooks, and it's Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Okay. I had trouble narrowing it down too, and now I'm on the spot, but here I am. I was just trying to write that down, so I might have to get you to repeat it for me. Victor Echo 3, Bravo Hotel Golf. I'm in Ontario, Canada. And my favorite song that I finally decided on, because it's so upbeat, is Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. Okay, and back to the group.
All right, awesome, April and Pat. And Pat, did you get what you needed from April? Were you able to copy that okay?
2 meter 440 link off.
Yes, I was able to copy April quite well. Back to net control.
Okay, fantastic. Just wanted to make sure that you gals got what you needed. And again, please note the time is 0126 UTC on the 1st of June as you put these in your log, so you can remember we are already into Friday on UTC time. So make sure you get the date there. All right, very good, awesome. Well, we've got about 3 minutes left here, so does anybody else want to exchange? And this is in answer to Judy's question. It's not really a contest. It's more just to encourage YLs to get on the air and practice exchanging information with each other. So it's all year. You have the entire year to exchange with 15 different YLs, and they have to have a unique song, which this is pretty easy. I don't think you'll run into too many with the same song. There's just so many. So again, you have the entire year, so you have until December 31st to get your 15 exchanges. So you got plenty of time. We're just now halfway through the year, and so you just want to make sure that once you finish, you can go ahead and submit. Once you get all 15 of yours, you can go ahead and send in your award, and all the information is on the link there that I pasted into the chat. So hope that helps. So now we have 2 minutes left because I ran my mouth for a minute there. So anybody else want to exchange with someone for that award? And then we got time for probably one more, and then we'll close out the net.
Yeah, KP4MD.
All right, Carol, who would you like to exchange your favorite song with this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to exchange my information with April, VE3, Bravo Hotel Golf. My name is Carol, located in Citrus Heights, California. And my favorite song is April Showers. Over.
Okay, VE3BHD, I think I got that right. It's Carol in Citrus Heights, California, KP4MD, and your favorite song is April Showers. Okay. I am April, and I'm in Welland, Ontario, Canada. My favorite song is Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Back to Net.
Okay, QSL, April, I got your song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, QSL. Thank you very much for the exchange.
All right, very good. All right, well, awesome. So a few of you gals got to make an exchange this evening, so that worked out quite well. So thanks so much, everybody. And that wraps it up for this evening. So before we close out, do we have any other YLs or female amateur radio operators who have not checked in that would like to do so? Please call now. Okay, not hearing anyone, so we'd like to thank Lauren, KC9ZHV, for live streaming and recording this net, making it available to all through the YouTube YL OpNet channel. We would also like to thank ALARA for the use of this Echolink conference node, North Fulton Amateur Radio League for their do-drop-in chat room, and everyone who's linked and listening for your ongoing support of this net. This is Catherine, AC4YL, closing out the YL OpNet and returning the ALARA conference node back to normal use. 33 ladies, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, and feel free to come back in about an hour and check in with Margaret and the MinnowNet. Take care, everybody. We'll catch you next week. 33.